Public spaces make Priya's heart race.
I feel if coming to the city I will face him. That is really a big thing for me. I start shivering in myself thinking of him.
Priya, not her real name, moved from India to Melbourne in 2018 to be with her new husband. It wasn't long before she was fearing for her life.
One day there was an incident. He was just banging my head in the wall, and I was crying that stop it. My hairs were in his hand, and he's just banging.
Socially isolated and unfamiliar with Australian law, Priya felt trapped and at times suicidal.
I was going to the work with the bruises. My boss, she made me understand this thing that this is not acceptable. Then she told me there is help for you.
Priya is now separated from her husband. She survived, but many don't. Family violence and mental illness in Melbourne's South Asian immigrant community have been highlighted by a suicide cluster centred around the city of Whittlesea.
I was not surprised because this was a concern and a worry I've had for a very long time.
Let's just play that scene for a minute.
Psychiatrist Manjula O'Connor works with women from South Asia, running educational theatre groups to help immigrant women with some of the issues they face.
Being a migrant, being isolated, being silenced, not being aware of their rights, not being aware of where to go for help.
In a period of just over 5 months, 3 women from 2 suburbs in Melbourne's north died by suicide. 3 more suicide deaths followed just months later. All the women came from India or Sri Lanka. Most were new arrivals, and all were suffering from degrees of isolation.
What the coroner has found is that there are few services, not enough, and that isolation is grim in the north.
Chris Howes was involved in the coronial process, and he's part of Whittlesea Community Connections, working to stop more deaths by suicide.
We need to talk about immigration advice, family violence advice, legal rights and access to police where need be, and so that women are armed with that knowledge.
These measures would definitely save lives because essentially it's about engagement and knowledge that gives rise to hope.
Hope is something Priya has on her side.
Now I'm thinking for the future, and I really want to have a better, peaceful life.
Nicole Asher, ABC News, Melbourne.